Welcome to the Business of Beauty, where we help beauty entrepreneurs in building their business and reaching their dreams. This is your host, David Lee. Our guest today helps aspiring entrepreneurs in the beauty and fashion industry achieve a six-figure brand by helping them launch a profitable business in only 90 days, so they live the financial lifestyle they choose. She is proud of meeting her goal last year of $10,500 a month and ended up with a total of $125,000 annually, and most importantly, a consistent average of $10,500 a month over month. So one of her superpowers, she would have to say, is actually having ADHD. With a world so diverse and filled with all kinds of differences, we need more people with a moral compass and more accepting of others. ADHD has allowed her to have a unique perspective because she has encountered different struggles at different moments in her life, starting with unknowingly having it as a child. Yet she still has managed to be successful and have the ability to help others. A better problem solver with more compassion for others. Welcome to the show, Myeshia Jefferson at Beauty Makes Sense LLC.
Hi.
Hey, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, thank you for being on the show. So let's jump right in. So can you tell us a little bit more about how you've helped, entrepreneurs in the beauty and fashion? I mean, beauty and fashion, that is big, right? That's a big industry. I mean, just one or the other, right? So you're helping in those categories, but can you be a little more specific? Is there certain niches, certain areas that you help entrepreneurs, and how do you help them?
Yeah, absolutely. So basically, I've been in the beauty industry for over 17 years. I originally started out as a consultant, a business consultant, because it's just my family has always been in the beauty industry for years. And so it's just been something that I've always been passionate about and also known a lot about. My grandmother also owned a fashion boutique, so I've also known about how to basically sell products and create your own. And this is pretty much where it stemmed from, where my passion and desire kind of stemmed from.
Yeah, it's
But
like in your DNA, right?
Yeah, it's in my DNA. Yeah. But the main thing I really loved about the beauty industry was the business side. And so that is what I help so many entrepreneurs do, is basically help them get a more strategic plan in place and set a real foundation for building their business. And I like to deal with all of the strategies and the planning and really doing a mind shift in creating a business that is going to be sustainable for years to come and actually be lucrative.
Nice. Now you mentioned the different like beauty and fashion. Like your family was in the fashion business. So can you dive a little deeper? Like what particular beauty businesses did you start or help grow?
Yeah, so basically, one of the businesses that I've helped grow, I can start with my own personal experience in my own business. I actually was doing business consulting, and I was at one of those beauty schools as a consultant on a career day, and I was teaching and helping people basically who were about to graduate and either launch their own business as a independent consultant, as an independent
Like
yeah.
business, right?
Yeah.
More of
Basically have their own independence, or if they were going to work in someone else's establishment prior. And so basically on that career day, we were speaking, and I was basically doing my thing. I'm not sure what topic I was talking on. They, asked me to talk on a specific topic, and that's what I did. But there is where I met my business partner. And she originally had a nail salon.
Okay.
And she kind of needed help in her salon. And we just kind of gravitated to one another. And she had a lot of the pieces that I needed, and I had a lot of the pieces that she needed as far as owning a physical location. For me, I didn't have a physical location. I was kind of mobile in my business. I was going from, within different businesses. I had an office that was
Yeah.
not just a home office, but I had an outside office.
Yeah.
But I didn't have a physical beauty business itself. And so that is something that I was actually striving to do.
Okay.
And in the process, when I met her, and from there, I knew all about branding and what she needed for her business to take it to the next level.
Yeah.
And so that's what I went in and did.
Yeah.
And since then, we've partnered in the business, and now our business is over 6 figures and
Nice.
consistently making a very good profit monthly. And so we
Yeah.
have staff, and we have so many different layers to the business now, where
Yeah.
we are partnering with the state of California and so many different other things that are just basically in the play. But it all started from us collaborating and building a strong brand and setting that foundation and kind of taking it back. And I seen where we needed to kind of fill in the gaps. And so that's what I pretty much did.
Okay. And if you don't mind, let's dive in a little bit more in the beginning of that journey.
Yeah.
So what was the environment like? Was it like did you say it was like a more of a career fair, or like it was like the graduation ceremony and that's where you met your future partner, your business partner?
Well, it wasn't a graduation per se. I've been to several different graduations,
Yeah.
but this one was a career fair. And it was more
Okay.
so like a workshop that we were doing at that time. And so
Okay.
I was a panelist
Yeah.
and basically doing a workshop for the ladies that were there and that were, still in school, that were
Mm.
graduating. And
Yeah.
then also some of the ladies that had previously graduated that wanted to receive more career advice and help and support. And
Got it.
that's where I did the talk. And that's when
So I'm
business
just
partner came
curious,
to me.
was your business partner one of the panelists, or were they someone in the audience?
She was actually one of the panelists as well.
Ah,
Yeah. And,
nice.
and so we had she was one of the panelists. It was a few of us,
Yeah.
but she was one of the panelists, and me and her ideas just kept clicking. She was like, that's exactly, how I got
Yeah.
started, or that's, it was just that kind of, that energy that, that
Yep.
really connected us. And so
Yeah.
she loved what I was talking about and all of the, the different strategies that I knew about and I helped other businesses.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, that's what I need, or that,
Yeah.
so it was just kind of like we jumped off of each other and kind of
Yeah.
went on from there. Yeah.
That's awesome. So at that point, you had your consulting business, but you did not
Yeah.
have like a nail business or any beauty type businesses, but you were thinking about getting, into a beauty business, right?
Yes. Yeah.
And
I had always worked for one or worked in one.
yeah,
My mom's best friend owned one. My mom was also in the cosmetology industry.
yeah.
My grandmother. So like I said, I've always
Yeah,
been
it
in the
runs in the
industry,
blood,
like
right?
just
It's like
owning myself. Yeah.
eventually, yeah, you're like, okay, I'm gonna start my own beauty business. I'm gonna own one someday. And it just so
Yeah.
happens that you found a really awesome business partner at that
Yeah.
point.
Yeah. And I was already selling beauty products.
Okay.
So I did have some sort of like outside the consulting,
Yeah.
outside products and things that I was selling prior
Yeah.
to, but I did not have a salon or, a spa or
Yeah.
anything like I do now.
So yeah, you were product based, but not service based, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
And now, just out of curiosity, what type of products did you sell at that time? Did you sell like cosmetics or skin products? Like what areas did you sell?
Yeah. I sold cosmetics and skincare products.
Nice.
Yeah.
Now, so at that point, so you hit off with your business partner, and how long ago was that?
That was about 8 years ago.
8 years
almost.
ago. Wow.
Yeah, 8 years ago. Yeah, we've been, oh man, going strong. It does not seem like it's been 8 years,
Yeah.
but it has been 8 years. So.
Nice. Now, I guess, what is it like? I mean, going through that journey in the past 8 years, working with a partner, what were some of the biggest struggles? Because you hear a lot of stories like, oh my God, working with a partner is really hard, or even working with a family member is extremely hard. Did you have any challenges in that area, or was it pretty much smooth sailing all 8 years?
I would say between me and her, it was smooth sailing.
Okay.
As
What's
far
the
as
secret?
business, of course, every business has its ups and downs. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was so funny because prior to her, I had another business partner.
Yeah.
And also had a different business partner. And so partnerships, you have to find your one, like the person or the people or the brand that connects with your brand and who you are. And once you set those, if you know your values and your foundation, then it's easier to partner with other people that align with those values. And so a lot of times people jump into a business because someone else is just excited as them, and they don't sit down and align the values. And a partnership is a relationship.
Yeah. And I see that as really, that's the real foundation, of the relationship. Sure, like both parties might really jive really well, but it's the mission, the values. If that doesn't fit, there's no foundation, right, to keep it together.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yes.
So you two pretty much met, and she is your business partner, she or he? What?
It's a woman.
A woman. Okay. So when you and her kind of joined forces at that time, now what did you go through? Did you continue selling your products? Did you continue doing the consultations at that point, or did that have to kind of slow down a little bit to focus on building up the nail salon?
Yeah, so basically I was still able to do all three. However, one had to take priority. And so what took priority was the nail salon, because now it's not just me. Now I'm committed and I'm in a partnership with someone. And so I have to bring what I promised to bring. And so therefore, yes, my time and my energy did go to the devotion of what I believed in. And I believed in this partnership and then this salon. And so that's where my devotion went and my time and services went.
Nice. Now, okay, so now it was like your first 30 days or your first 60 days. What was it like? What were some of the major strategies or implementations that you've added to the nail salon to kind of change it up, to take it to the next level?
Well, first we started off with the logo, our branding, and our colors. So prior to our collaboration, she didn't have a logo and pretty much a brand. She just had she had her own brand, which was her name, and it was Delaine's Natural Nail Care. And so we stuck with that because the name was already established and people already knew that name.
Okay.
And so in a partnership, you have to figure out where you're going to take a step back and where, what needs to change and what doesn't. And so therefore the name wasn't going to change. And so, so I didn't mind that because I know the importance of branding.
Yeah.
And so, her name was there. However, there was no, like I said, no visual appearance. And so therefore we did, I went in and did the logo. We did the coloring. We chose very specific colors. We went in and started doing more of the marketing as far as getting ourselves on different platforms for the beauty industry that had high SEO. We did a lot of, and we didn't have to do paid advertising right up front. A lot of it was basically strategic, in what we said and how we said it online. And Google was very good in the AdWords, as well as Yelp and different sites that had high SEO rank.
Yeah. So, and that was 7-8 years ago, right? At that time when you were implementing all these strategies, right?
Yes.
Okay. So what was the most effective? Was it writing articles or getting posts on social media? What was, like, you would say, the biggest game changer that you saw? Pretty much, not want to say instant results, but you started seeing results.
I would say our biggest game changer was the word of mouth. Once we really started putting ourselves out there as far as allowing our services to upping our price, one. Yeah. That was another thing we came in and had to do. Was upping our prices. And so once we started to have a brand and up our pricing, word of mouth was like really good. And it was easy for people to share because now we had a more of a professional look. And so it wasn't just like your in-house, doing your nails at home or doing, like a hair at home type of thing. It was more so now
like a slightly higher end now.
Brand.
Yeah. Okay, nice. Now, did you have any did you have any concerns or fear about increasing the price, like losing clients, or clients getting frustrated because the prices increase?
So we did have, of course, you're going to lose some clients, but more than anything, what we did was offer more value. And so what we did was add more to the service to increase the value for the clients that had, had already was used to a price. We do have to let them know, prices do increase, just like gas prices increase, different things increase.
Yeah.
And so,
just not right now, okay? Right?
Right.
But they used
Right.
to,
So,
they were increasing every year.
yes, like everything increases where,
Yeah.
because that's the way the market and the economy goes.
Yeah.
And so I think brands and businesses have to realize, you may lose a few clients, but overall you have to do what's best for your brand and for your business. And you have to set yourself, put your values in the line. And if you're providing value and you have a certain skill set that's helping transform people's lives, then that's where your value is. It's not on the price, it's on what you're making a difference in and believing in your brand.
Exactly. Now, over the years, in the past, 8 years, how has your nail salon business evolved?
Oh, wow. So now over the past 8 years, we have more staff on hand.
Okay.
We also, like I said, are now in partnership, soon to be, hopefully, we're still trying to battle it out because of this whole COVID kind of put a stop to things, but they're
I
still
definitely have a question for that.
Yeah. Yeah. So we've been in partnership with different universities, community colleges,
Okay.
and also with the state of California. And so the brand is just really, really growing.
Yeah.
We also have a nonprofit that is also giving back and soon to be national. And so the brand is just picking up each year. It gets better and better. And so, it's just growing our brand.
Awesome. Now, can you tell us a little bit more about how you're partnering up with with the institutions, with the schools, the universities? What does the program look like? We're just having some connection technical difficulties. Let's see. Oh, hello, Myeshia?
Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
there you go. It's just a slight pause. All right. So, did you get my question?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Yes. So how we are partnering with the state currently is that we are now being able to, because we are a niched industry, as far as we're niched in our industry, excuse me, we're more of a medical focused nail techs. So we have been able to partner with different doctors and podiatrists. And so having a niche within your industry is so important, and it helps you stand out. And so we've been able to stand out amongst our competitors and amongst others in our industry. And by doing so, we've been able to form partnerships. And so currently we're working on an apprenticeship, and we're partnering with different doctors to be able to offer this skill set to more nail techs and be able to allow them to go to school for free once they advance from becoming a regular nail tech. Once you get your license, to now becoming more of an advanced nail tech and having that more of a medical focus behind your name, and that increases your pay, so you're able to earn a lot more, and then be also niched in whatever area or field you're in, as far as the nail industry or cosmetology.
Okay. Now, so would the student essentially start at your salon to kind of go through that training first, and then do other courses? Like, what does that look like? Is that how it works?
So we've been trying to test it out several different ways, because it's been a pilot. We just now launched this
All right. So what we were discussing was kind of like what you're working on with the universities and with the state on some of the new programs. And can you tell us a little bit more on how you're implementing that?
Part of this
Nope.
work to basically network with the right people, talk to the people in the right place, and have something in place so that when it's for us to present, we already had something to offer them that can benefit them as well as students. And so how they can receive funding, how they can also benefit.
Apologize for the connection issue. We'll sort this out in a minute. Be right back. All right. Well, so let's restart. We were talking about how you're implementing, working with the state and with the universities. And so, can you tell us a little bit about what programs you're thinking about implementing, you're working on?
Yeah, so some of the programs that we are implementing basically are an apprenticeship that is in collaboration with some of the community colleges. We have 2 community colleges that are in the works currently. And of course, those you have to get approved by the state. And so once we are in process with the community colleges and they approve it, then we also are approved through the state of California. And so how we've been able to do that is basically already have a plan in place, have basically the project and everything all in order, and being able to try to market and talk to the right people who we need to till we were able to get a sit down meeting. And from there, it's been going pretty good so far. And so based on our niche, so we've been able to like really
so
go
this is
further.
like right now it's your current project is work in progress
Yes.
to kind of implement this program, right?
Yes, correct.
Nice. So now let's get into the meat of the show, right? How you shared. How the heck did you get to 10.5 thousand a month? How did you meet the 6 figures? Like, how did you do it? What's the secret?
Well, I would say the secret is basically once you really start to create signature products or signature services, then let that be your go-to. So the way we've been able to do it is, one, have a niche that is very specific to our industry, and not only have that niche, but have it to be where it's not just seasonal. Like within the beauty industry, sometimes it's very seasonal, especially in the nail industry.
Right.
And so, yeah, and so in the winter times, people tend to lose a lot more sales. Whereas with us, because we have signature services,
Okay.
the seasons don't stop our cash flow. And so therefore we've been able to now go to different people who we've partnered with, which is different businesses, such as retirement homes, hospitals, just different things like that, corporate events who are in those seasons. So we've been able to work with the Golden State Warriors. We've been able to partner with several different businesses that keep us and keep our money flowing in based on those partnerships. So partnerships are very big. It's very big for us in our industry, as well as having those signature services.
Okay. And in your case, your signature services would be like, is it because this is in the medical industry and the medical field too?
Well, it's not necessarily the medical field. We're in the beauty industry, but we have a medical focus. And so we have those signature services. Yes, that's a part of it. And so that's one of the part of the services that help us in the winter times. But more of our services are what we specialize in is sanitation and safety and health. And so based on that, we are able to target a different kind of clientele. We don't just necessarily do the aesthetics, like with the bling and stuff like that. Okay. Some people do. Yeah. And if you focus on the bling, then that you have to have a specific, marketing towards that. Our market is towards, the health and the wellness and the well-being. So therefore, if, you need that all year round, where, so
versus like pretty nails might be a special event or certain seasons, right? In the wintertime, everyone wants to stay home, especially now, right? Everyone wants to stay, they have to stay home. So,
okay. And so we have mobile services that we provide for people who are at home.
Nice.
And we are, and so because we are a partner with the state of California, we are able to offer a number of different services.
Nice. So now, so I guess providing the signature service and branding it and marketing it, that's how you're able to get your business to that 10,500 a month consistently. So is that, to sum it up, is that correct?
Yeah, pretty much having the right strategies, the right partnerships, and that equals the sales. Absolutely. Having that brand that people know to go to, that word of mouth brand where people know, hey, I know a company that specializes in this, and they can go straight to our logo or straight to something that reminds them of who we are, and they have access to us.
Yeah. So the key piece is like strategic alliances, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Strategic alliances. Yeah.
Yeah. So now, my next question is, how are you, is your business dealing with the current lockdown, the pandemic, the virus? Like, has your business evolved or changed or adapted because of this, or is it just business as usual?
So for us, because we are we are partly medical, we work with a podiatrist. And so because we work with a podiatrist, we are able to still stay open. We're considered essential. But what we did do is reduce our hours. And so we have had all our staff stay home, pretty much most of our staff, and keep it low staffed. So we don't have so many people within the salon. So we stay as far away as possible. And we have private rooms and suites. And so that's what also makes us a little bit more different and unique. We have our private rooms, and we also measured ourselves from when the client is sitting in the chair to where the technician is doing the service is actually 6 feet. So because of these different things that we've been able to see and strategize around, we've been able to stay open. And because we also are partnered with a podiatrist, we're also able to stay open as well and being considered essential. We have had to make adjustments where we don't have people waiting in our lobby. We're seeing fewer clients and having more breaks in between, but we're also able to do mobile services and go to the homes of different clients who are maybe in pain or elderly or something like that they need services that we offer.
So have you thought about how the business may change after the lockdown is over? Now business is starting to open up again. I mean, has your business model changed at all, or will change moving forward? Or do you foresee, okay, a few months from now or a year from now, it's going to be just like 2019?
I see, because we've already had this kind of, safety measures already in place. We have actually already had this going. We've already been, wash your hands when you come in. We've already had a lot of safety and sanitation measures already in place. We throw away each file and buffer after each client. We,
Yeah.
so we have package, we have sanitation, we have autoclave, we have so many different things that are already in place for the safety and sanitation of our clients as well as our staff members. We don't do acrylics because of the smell and it affects people's asthma.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of things that we've already set in place. So I really think that our model probably won't change too much. We may not have as many people waiting so close together in the lobby, but we tend to not have people waiting anyways. We take one client at a time during those hours for each technician. And so we don't typically have a lot of people just waiting around. We don't have too many walk-ins. And if we do, we try to fit them into the schedule and let them either know that they can wait in the lobby or they can go outside, but we may change that. But yeah, we are by appointment only. So everyone has their own room, their own technician, their own, so.
Yeah. So actually business is pretty much as usual once. Yeah, that's wonderful to hear. Now, where do you see the business going a year, 3, 5 years from now?
Yeah, I actually see we're working on possibly franchising and expanding the business. We have to turn away a lot of clients. And so that's something that it can be a good thing to some people, but it's not really that good of a thing because if we wind up turning clients away, then they typically won't come back. But you do have that that type of, I forgot the word, but basically,
right?
yeah, people really want to know what it's all about. And so they may wait around until they are able to get on not just the wait list, but actually able to see a service. And so we're thinking about expansion.
Nice. So going franchise, getting more locations. Do you plan on starting local and then going statewide and then out of state? Do you have you thought that far yet?
So we plan on just staying local for now and then potentially, expanding. It all depends on, we just don't want to grow too fast. Sometimes that can affect your business. So we don't want to grow too fast, but we want to take our time and do it strategically and have the right systems in place. Nice.
Love that.
Yeah.
Now, also, so let's talk a little bit about the other side of your business, like the consultation piece. So one of the areas that you do, other than, of course, running a beauty business, a nail salon, right, is to help other entrepreneurs in their beauty businesses. So can you tell us a little bit more about that? What is that program? And just more info.
Yeah, so basically, I also do consulting. I work with a number of different women who are either estheticians, nail techs, hairstylists, own a salon, want to own a salon. And so I help them with their marketing, their branding, basically also creating the strategies they need in order to get to where they want to be, whether if they want to be a speaker, whether if they want to be work with celebrities, like whatever it may be, we align, we do a custom blueprint for them. Everyone's success track is different. And so you need to follow your own. And so we create a whole plan for them. And not only that, we create their colors and we just make sure that everything is correct and in place to build a solid foundation in order for them to not only make a profit now, but continuously make a profit and be sustainable business and not, crash. Because a lot of startups, as we know, within the first 5 years typically close. And so that happens very much so in our industry.
Yeah, I heard a statistic, it was a few years back, and I don't know if it's still true, but especially in this kind of economy, they say like 9 out of 10 businesses fail in their first year. And of that one business or 10% that's left, 90% of those businesses fail in 5 years. So like the numbers are against the business owner, entrepreneur. So anyone that's starting a business, they have to prepare themselves, get the education, hire experts, just prepare and basically increase the odds, right, to their favor.
Absolutely. And that's always number one, I would say, is also just get a mentor and immerse yourself in the business.
Yeah.
And once you find that mentor to help you with your skill level and provide you with advice, then you also need a business coach or consultant. And so if you can't find a person in one person, have all those many different things in one person, then you might need to hire or find two separate people. But you want to always have someone who can coach you in your business and who also can help you in your skill levels. So yeah.
Nice. Wow. Awesome. Do you have, so last question,
Yeah,
and thank you so much for your time.
absolutely.
What advice would you give to someone that's starting their first, beauty business? What would you give them?
Um, my advice to someone who's starting their beauty business is really sit down and think about what it is that you want to do and what do you want to offer to the world. Like, what is your story? What Plan it out. Like, just really just, it starts with a thought. Your ideas all start with a thought, but
Yeah.
then you have to get them on paper in order to implement them and start really taking the necessary steps. And so I would say really just really put it all out there, see what it is you need,
Hmm.
and go for it. Like, but really know what it is that you want to offer and not just receive as far as money, but what value can you bring? And once you start there, then you are able to kind of grow from there.
Love it. Exactly. So how can our viewers, our audience reach you?
Yeah, you can reach me. My email is support@myeshiaj.com. I can help people in mentoring, branding, different things. I also just launched my first book that'll be coming out pretty soon. But so if you can't reach me there, you can purchase the book, and it has a number of different tips and advice in there.
Hmm.
You can also go to my website, which is myeshiaj.com.
Okay.
And yeah, those are the three different ways that you can figure out how you can reach me.
Yeah, thank you. And for those that are just listening, don't worry. We'll have the information down in the show notes and also in our resource area of our page. So again, thank you so much for your time, and for everyone. Hope you enjoy the show, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Thanks. Anytime.